Hello, so I made a little video of how I rendered locks like this. It's quite easy. I use Clip Studio Paint. So for this, I usually just draw the outline of what I want my braids to look like or my textured hair to look like, and then I fill it with base color. I usually use a darker color so I can start with light, from light to dark. I usually go from light to dark in rendering textured hair. It's quite easy to do. Like if you see in the video, I'm just making these curved shapes, like these curved shapes with a light brush, and when you like zoom it out, it looks textured already. Like it already looks like hair, like locks, bands of locks. After filling in the locks, I'm going to go to the edges and fill it in with a round brush, a round soft brush, to make it look a bit more natural. I could easily use my lasso too and just fill it in, but it will be looking sharp. The edges will look sharp and hair doesn't really look sharp like that, unless that's your style. After filling in the edges, I do shadows, extra shadows, like the hair that's underneath, to give it a little bit of depth. I don't really do much. I only do like one round of this, just like separating the locks, because I will have to remove the sketch. Or you can leave in the sketch if you want the hair to look messy, but I'm going to remove the sketch, so I'm going to go to filling shadows to separate the locks from each other so it looks a little bit defined. I think this is the longest step depending on how much hair you are rendering. Or you can just take it easy, just do it, rough. It's locks, it's not supposed to look very neat, so just, after this step is just mostly filling of details, making it look a little bit more, realistic. The brush I use for the locks is the round brush, but you can see the side on the crown of the head is a little bit different. That was a textured brush. I forgot the name of the brush. I will put it in the description below. Also, because of the color of the hair I'm rendering, it's white, so I started with gray, went with a lighter gray, and now I'm going in with pure white to do highlights on the hair. Just more round shapes. It's literally very easy. Just more round shapes. Art doesn't have to be that hard. And for hair color as sharp as this, is usually very nice to dim your background so you can see what you're doing. If your art is shit or if your art is making sense, if you know what I mean. My art usually doesn't make sense. Like I literally don't know what I'm doing most of the time until I'm done doing it. So this area of the hair, I'm using the normal G pen. Just making little scribbles with pure white again. Sorry, the other color I was using was not pure white. This is pure white, like 0.00000 white. Just scribble on top, like a lot of scribbles. You should put your stabilization to like 0 or 1 or 5 or very low numbers, so like you can freehand this stuff. You just scribble on top of the locks. Keep scribbling till you have scribbled on top of everything. Yeah, it gives it a kind of texture. It gives it texture. I don't know if you are seeing. Look at the texture. Make it look more real. Yeah, just scribble your heart out on the hair. After scribbling your heart out, which is the best part of this art because it's free, doesn't bound you by any rules, you put your details, just escape locks, make it look more natural. Yeah, this is the last part of this art. Oh no, this is not the last part, this is like the second to the last. Yeah, art is hard. The last step, I promise you, is just clean up, putting lights and shadows, just to make it look, more real, add more depth, whatever. Add more depth to the hair. I don't even know why I added color as part of the hair. So like, what the anyways, that's what you do. Make it look more real. More shadows, more highlights. Even if it's white hair, more highlights. And that's just it. Add some colors. I think I changed the blue to purple at a point because I liked the way the purple was looking more than the way the blue was looking on the hair. That's it, guys. How to render locks in a fun way, in an almost fun way. Yeah, it should end up looking like this. Beautiful, easy. Well, bye bye. My cousin is crying. I have to go and attend to her.